Hey, Nathan here. Wanted to give a quick demonstration of the new Behat Drupal extension remote API tool I've been working on. And of course, we're probably all familiar with the original Behat Drupal extension, which is just awesome. It takes these Behat tests and lets you carry out these scenarios where you can perform tests with Drupal sites, and do things like create users, create nodes, fill out fields, and you can head over and check out the extensive documentation. These are the drivers listed. And you'll notice, though, that while you can do a lot, one thing that is not currently possible is running tests on sites on different servers. You can kind of do this with Drush, but you're really limited to map regions and creating users. So a lot of this other stuff not possible. So what we've set out to do is figure out a way that we can use all of the goodness of this Drupal API, but be able to run these tests from a central location to remote sites, whether we're talking about 5 or hundreds. Before we walk through an install, I do want to show you quickly just kind of the end result and what these tests can do. I've gone ahead and just set up a plain old vanilla Drupal 7 site on a Vagrant box. And let's see, I've got a test set up here. And I'm going to go ahead and run that from the command line here on my Mac. And using the driver, we're going to hit that site and run these tests and just kind of show you what it looks like here. And so you'll see it'll run through all these tests very quickly. This is all happening over RESTful requests, logging in, creating articles, creating users, deleting content, cleaning up content, and there you have it. So this is obviously pretty useful for an organization or an individual who has an application or wants to be able to run these tests from a centralized app or centralized location that contains tests for many sites. And so, because of that, there's two pieces to this. One is what we call the remote client, and this is just a simple Drupal module with relatively little configuration you set up on any Drupal site that you'd like to run tests against. And it's really not too much. The documentation is a little verbose. Just to give background, I would recommend that you review the security notes thoroughly, just because given the fact that there is transmission of data, you'll want to make sure you're doing it in a safe and secure way. The other piece to this, though, is the driver. And this is the software that is running from that centralized location, and it does not need to be installed on every Drupal site. I should also mention that this does not replace the original Behat Drupal extension. It really just extends it. And in fact, this package pulls in that module and leverages all the core functionality and just adds on to give us the RESTful web services and some additional helper functionality. So we're going to go into more detail on that in later videos. It is all documented here as well. So we'll go into that shortly.